Rankings, Sao Paulo.
Hello and welcome to our preview of the Brazilian Grand Prix with Castrol Driver Rankings. I want to tell you about the fabulous Interlagos circuit at Sao Paulo in Brazil, which in recent years has crowned 3 drivers world champions. Then we'll have a look at the latest positions in the Castrol Driver Rankings, and then I want to tell you about the driver whose career was very nearly terminated by a freak accident. But first of all, let's have a look at the news.
Jacques Villeneuve has given up trying to get back into Formula One following the FIA's decision not to give his proposed team an entry for next year. In fact, the FIA have decided that none of next year's hopefuls meet the criteria, so the grid will stay at 24 cars. Championship leader Fernando Alonso could theoretically clinch the title in Brazil, but he thinks it's going to go to Abu Dhabi. He's ruled Jenson Button out of the chase, saying realistically it's now just a 4-way fight. Bernie Ecclestone turned 80 last week and has no plans to retire. Both Max Mosley and Sir Frank Williams are happy Bernie's staying on, but both think he has a succession plan up his sleeve. And if you want to get ahead, get a haircut. That's what Mark Webber thinks. He's posted this shot on Twitter. He's got to look sharp if he's going to be world champ.
Well, what is there to say about Interlagos? Well, a great deal actually. It's anti-clockwise, which puts a terrific strain on the drivers because most of the circuits are run in a clockwise direction and it really tests out their neck muscles. It's an uphill start into the Senna S, which is tremendously spectacular. It's in a natural bowl, and the spectators who go to watch in Brazil are absolutely passionate about their sport. And when they're there with the drums going as they do and the chanting going, it makes the hairs on your neck stand up. It's where Ayrton Senna won, where they went absolutely berserk. And it's also where Fernando Alonso and Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton became world champions. So it's very much an iconic circuit. Let's have a look at Interlagos. The start is always packed with incident as the cars head into turn 1. That's a left-hander which drops away. And it's part of the legendary Senna S sequence, with turn 2 taken at about 170 kilometers an hour. Then it's a gradual left bend, the Curvo do Sol, into turn 3. There's no time for the drivers to admire the Sao Paulo skyline as they charge at over 320 k's towards the left-hand turn 4, building up speed to almost 300 again through turns 5, 6 and 7, an awesomely fast right-hander at over 230. Now slowing right down for turn 8 in second gear. Turn 9 is Pinheirino still in second, but with almost 4 Gs on your neck. And it's the same at Bico de Pato. That's the Portuguese for duck bill, and the circuit bend looks a bit like that. Heading for home now with Mergulo. Turn 11 and Juncao, turn 12, taking us into the long, unwinding road that could lead someone to championship glory. From 275 up to 325, this is a brilliant denouement to the 4.3 kilometers of the sensational Sao Paulo circuit, Interlagos.
I think he's very cute and he comes from Brazil.
That accident in Hungary was scary.
I would say he's definitely one of the top 5 drivers.
That's Brazilian Felipe Massa they're talking about. And the first thing I have to say about Felipe is that he's a very nice bloke. I know I say that about a lot of them, but Felipe really is an exceptionally nice bloke. He started off his Formula One career in 2002 with Sauber, and he stayed with them for 3 years, and he was regarded as a bit of a wild man, tremendously fast, but fast only when he was on the track, and he went off it quite a lot. But then he got his act together, joined Ferrari in 2006, and he's been with them ever since. And he was very lucky because when he started with Ferrari, he was with Michael Schumacher, and Michael Schumacher took him under his wing and taught him a lot of things to do, one of which was to settle down, keep calm, drive the car fast and stay on the circuit. And Felipe's done that brilliantly since then. He nearly won the World Championship in 2008. Indeed, for just about 20 seconds, he thought he was world champion until Lewis Hamilton crossed the line and took the championship away from him. And then last year in Hungary, Felipe Massa had that dreadful accident when a spring from his countryman Rubens Barrichello's car came off and hit him in the face, and we thought we'd lost him. But he made a brilliant return. He's been driving extremely well in 2010, getting really up to pace. But who knows, he could win in Brazil this year, and wouldn't that be popular? He's already a hero, he'd be a god if he did that. But now it's time to check the Castrol driver rankings.
Felipe Massa is just outside the top 10 at number 15. NASCAR's Jimmy Johnson has swapped places with Jenson Button, and now Mark Webber is just behind the season-long leader Sebastian Vettel.
Interlagos is a brilliant circuit, and there have been some magnificent Brazilian Grand Prix there. The one that really sticks in my mind is very recent, 2008. Lewis Hamilton and Felipe Massa in for McLaren and Ferrari respectively, battling for the World Championship. And Felipe Massa drove an immaculate race to win it. He led all the way. He thought he'd done everything he needed to do to become Drivers' World Champion. But Lewis Hamilton, if he finished 5th or higher, was going to take that honour from him. And as Lewis entered the last corner, he was in 6th place. But in appalling weather, and because he was on the right tyres, he got past Timo Glock and took 5th position, and took away from Felipe Massa the World Championship, which he'd held for about 20 seconds. Great for Formula One, not so good for Brazil. So the Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos this year could again see the Drivers' World Champion crowned there. It really doesn't get more exciting than this. But for more information, go to CastrolDriverRankings.com.